Hey, this is Obelix speaking, doing a One Piece chapter review 999. And we start off with this, the half version of a cover page color spread. I guess we'll get the rest of it in chapter 1000, which there's a lot of hype towards. And this is a redraw from an older poster, I think. But you can see some hints here. Well, not that much. Since it's a redraw, you can't really. The only thing I see is Baroque, and the skull looks kind of like Blackbeard in a way, because he has a beard. Well, I don't know if that's correct, but let's start off with the chapter. No cover page. No cover page. Oh, that's strange. No cover page, so we start off with the chapter, and we get right into the sake I brewed to drink with you. So no cover page, but the chapter is called the sake I drink. Whatever. So we start with the flashback apparently, and here we are in the flashback, and we appear Yamato versus Ace, and they appear to be evenly matched. And Ace is stating he wants to take Kaido's head, and he's not part of the Whitebeard's part because he doesn't have the tattoo on the back. So this is when he was solo, and then we see he's caused a bunch of damage, destruction. We see a lot of people. He did cause a lot of destruction, but it's a shame. But Kaido's not here. Kaido is in an expedition with all the officers. I wonder what he was doing. And the only one here is Yamato, and Yamato does state she's not actually obligated to defend this place. And she does state daughter, and she appears to get mad here when one of Kaido Ace's men says Kaido's daughter, and she just glares at him like angrily. So she's still in that I'm Odin. And then we see that Ace sees her shackles, and appears Ace was here to rescue children. So Kaido was kidnapping children, but he's always been in that. Or it could be, how do you say it? It's mostly Orochi the one kidnapping children. So Orochi was taking children, and they rescued them. I wonder who this guy is with the trident. Like, this is one of Ace's comrades. And Ace does say something pretty interesting here. It doesn't make sense that someone as this powerful isn't a captain. So pretty much this is hype for Yamato. She appears to be super strong. And she does state that she is Yamato and she's bored out of her mind, so she'll just fight him, whatever. She's just bored. So we get a continuation of this flashback, and he does state that you can't choose your father. So I guess Ace senses there's animosity between her and her father. And he does stay like cuffs. So pretty much is stating that the cuffs aren't the actual thing chaining her, it's her heart. And that's what I originally thought too. Because if Yamato has demonstrated she can use Ryo, I guess the cuffs were just an excuse for her. And we see that Yamato's the first one to break the statue. And this is also stating that she's probably going to become a Straw Hat crew member, or she's going to just go freelance herself. And she is pretty strong enough to be able to do it by herself. So I would like if she does become a Straw Hat crew member, because she's a female. It would be nice to have another strong female in the crew. And she says she wants to live free like Odin did. This is funny. And then Ace comes in here and melts the face of the statue, saying that's the spirit. And then they start drinking under the moonlight. And Yamato, and I guess Ace starts talking about the stuff, the past and other. And she does mention Cavendish. And he also mentions Kid, Law, and Bages. He also mentions Luffy, and it appears he's been mentioning Luffy a lot, to the point Yamato is like, enough with this Luffy stuff. And this is when the truth is found out by Momonosuke and Shinobu that Yamato is Kaido's daughter. And it's pretty funny how Shinobu just rolls. And they're all like scared, but Yamato's like, stop doing that. And you see in this panel, Oda takes the liberty to draw this. There's this cage here, and it's tied in this like rope. I wonder what's in it. What's in this little right next to where Yamato says, "I believe I understand the story now." And Yamato says, "Stop being shy and come over here." That's when they ran. But right next to this, there's like this. I guess this was a shrine, but it's all sealed up and boarded up. I wonder why Oda drew this. What's this about? What's in there? That's what I'm asking. A mystery to be solved? Who knows? And then we go back to Otama. It appears Otama's still mad about the way Luffy told her about Ace death, and Nami stating that was a very painful situation for him. And then we completely switch back to the fight where Queen is. And Queen is like yelling at the soldiers to get him, and Marco's just laughing. And he does tell Nico Robin and Bone Man to run to the castle. Which means they're not going up? Apparently not. And then we see Marco saying, "Are you ready?" And he just picks up Zoro like... It's pretty hilarious how he grabs... And Zoro just says, "Not a nice view." And then we get something pretty emotional. We get a flashback from Marco. And we get some sort of brief explanation why pretty much Whitebeard didn't go avenge Odin. And the reason was because they only found out several years after he was already dead. And also pretty funny how Marco's eating a piña. Damn, I wonder if Oda's hinting at something. Anyway, we do find out that they didn't go, and Marco's stating that if they did go, there'd be a lot of casualties. Pretty much on both sides. And then Ace just wants to go to fulfill his promise. And Whitebeard lays down the law, like, how are you gonna defeat Kaido when Kozuki couldn't do it? Like, don't be like that. Like, it's not gonna happen. And then we see Blackbeard actually laughing at this and saying like Ace just wants to take out a big shot, but Ace wants to fulfill his promise. And they say if Pop gives the order, they'll go, like Marco and Izo. And then we see Marco tear up. This is kind of sad for Marco because Marco pretty much lost. It would be the equivalent, let's say, Marco would be the equivalent, say, Zoro if Luffy would die. And the whole crew disbanded, everyone went their way. And he was just... Zoro also tried to become the samurai or the world greatest swordsman, but it's still pretty sad. And then we see that Queen transforms and King comes out of the woodwork. Finally, they're gonna do something. And Queen does something. He pulls out guns from his mouth and starts shooting at Marco, but this is not gonna work on Marco. And King seems to be committed to the idea of killing Kozuki, and the battle's over. And Marco does state the obvious, like, that's not how it's gonna go down. This is a new generation, so it's not gonna go down like that. And I agree with Marco. And then the truth gets revealed to Otama and Momonosuke that Ace... Well, it's important for Otama because Ace is Luffy's little brother, or big brother. And then Momonosuke finds out that Ace was Roger's son and Luffy's brother. And then Yamato states out of all the pirates here to pick, he picked Luffy. And she thinks this is an act of fate. And she brings out, after all, Luffy's name has the letter D in the middle. So Luffy is a D of the D clan. So what does this mean? Are we in chapter 1000? Are we gonna get D? The meaning of D? I don't think so. And then we cut back to them Yonko, Big Mom, and Kaido. And they're not killing each other, which is a good thing. And it appears Zeus and Prometheus are devouring the flames, and he's going up in the clouds and recharging, and they appear to be 100%. Mama does say that Straw Hat is not here yet, and no. And Big Mom states something important here. She pretty much says kill everyone else but leave Nico Robin alive, which is a huge importance. Also, I wanted to make another thing. If you look at the formation of the horns of the skull and you look at Yamato's horns, they appear to be in the same orientation. What does that mean? If you look at Kaido's horns, they appear to be facing forward. So, does this mean that whoever the skull belonged to, she was a female? Is that what that means? That's what I'm thinking here, because they appear to be the same orientation, the same style as Yamato and Black Marie. So just the theory here, the skull, whoever used to be the owner of the skull, could be a female. Potentially was a female, because the orientation of Kaido's horns, and if you think about Oars Jr., they're different. So that's just something to think about. And then we go to Kaido, and Kaido is like, what? Can't the third eye of yours read the ancient writing? Big Mom states that her true eye hasn't awoken, she's done waiting. And she asks what she's gonna do with flower capital, and he says there is a castle in the flower capital that stands as a symbol of Kozuki. I wonder what castle is that? Is that the main castle? I thought that standed as a symbol as Orochi, but we'll find out. He's pretty much just gonna drop and kill everyone, because he says that, yeah, no problem, I'll just get more slaves. And then that's where Big Mom shows her true colors. She pretty much just asks, is that where the road poneglyph is? And then just Kaido just states like, it's too early to show your hand. So Big Mom is showing her true nature. And then something funny happens here. She's like, don't insult me, I think of you as a little brother. So Big Mom thinks about him as a little brother. And I wonder, in terms of age, who is the oldest? Probably Big Mom, maybe. And we see them just chilling. It's pretty epic. I don't see how they're gonna win, so... Well, I mean Luffy and the others. And then we get the massive reveal here that when the rocks fell into ruin, it was Big Mom who gave Kaido the legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me for life, Kaido. And then Kaido says, whatever you say. We can settle that after we get the One Piece, that is. And it's true. The important thing here is the fish fruit. Well, maybe not so important, because this is the first fish model fruit probably out there. My concerns is, can he swim? Because if you think about it, he says land, sea, or air. Kaido has a dragon form, which he uses to combat in air. Kaido has a human base form, which he uses to combat in land. And what form does he use for sea? Because it says land, sea, or air, bet on Kaido. If it's a one-on-one fight, land, sea, or air, you bet on Kaido. That means Kaido has 3 forms. That means he hasn't shown one form. Does that mean Kaido is actually capable of swimming? And what's with this legendary model? Is this a new type of fruit variant? Because why didn't it say mythical? Because we know Marco's does state in official translation is mythical Zoan. But his is legendary. Is Oda introducing a new type of fruit model, or maybe I'm just overthinking here? Because in scanlations and not official ones, it does state mythical fish model. But the official one states legendary. I wonder if the kanji is different. If it is, Oda can be introducing a new variant of devil fruits. And there is a story about a koi fish raising up the river, and after doing that, the gods saw favor in it and turned it into a dragon. But if you look at the dragon archetype, he's supposed to be unkillable. So that alone says something. So maybe I'm overthinking, but this leaves a very interesting topic. I don't know what the 1000 chapter is gonna reveal, but everyone's getting hyped. It might not that be hype, but it may be. Who knows? But we see Kaido, and the other important, Kaido seems to have no interest in Nico Robin. I wonder why that is. Cause he never even considered Nico Robin like for that. He's just straight up considered about the Third Eye tribe. I wonder, because there's theories out there that Who's Who is from the Third Eye tribe. I wonder if Who's Who is an Awoken and he could read the poneglyphs, which is kind of, I don't know if it makes Robin obsolete in a way, because if Who's Who's awakened and he could read the poneglyphs, what about the Squirrel Girl? And what about other peoples from the clan? Very interesting here. Anyway, and how exactly are they able to read the poneglyphs? Just by having another eye. Doesn't make sense, but anyway, I'm hyped for the next chapter, 1000. We'll see where this is gonna go. I hope there's a huge reveal. We might get into backstory about the rocks because they seem to be discussing about it. And also, there was a statement that Oda stated on a Jump Fest. Apparently, he said that Shank was gonna make his move on 2021. So we're gonna see what that entails. Is he gonna show up in Wano? That would be hype. So it'd be Kaido versus Shank and Big Mom versus Luffy, or Big Mom versus Shank and Kaido versus Luffy. One of those is happening if Shank shows up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Peace out.